Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice and welcome to our daily reading. Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look and see what's going on for you at the time you find this video, what the energy of the day is, and advice for your highest good. And stay tuned, your weekly reading will be posted a bit later on today. Haven't had a chance this weekend. And if you're waiting on a personal reading, I'll be getting through those today as well, doing a bit of catch up. All right, so let's have a look. What's going on? Daily energy and advice for my subscribers at the time they find this video. And as always, thank you for all your wonderful support. It means a lot. Okay, that one. Okay. So let's see what we got going on today. First card representing the influence of the past on our current situation, what has happened before or what is happening as you're coming into the day or coming into the reading. We have the Two of Swords. And this can talk about impasse, having to make a decision you don't want to be making, not wanting to see something, not wanting to hear something, being a bit closed off, whether it's because it's overwhelming or it's because you don't like what you're seeing or hearing. This could also be where we're just withdrawing, potentially to try to figure out what we need to do because we're at a crossroads. Yes, Charlie. 1 sec. There you go. Sorry. But it could also be an energy of, I don't know what to do, and we're just in our heads kind of going around in circles because maybe we have two options that we're looking at and they're both quite similar. And with the Two of Swords, we're usually trying to ignore our emotions or our intuition for whatever reason, and we're just trying to make a logical decision. And that can be, there's a time and a place for that. At this point in time with this type of situation, that's not really going to help us. It's just going to keep us kind of stuck in our heads. Why? Because the options that we're looking at are very similar. There's no way to tell which one would be better, which one, you know what I mean? In this case, it is our intuition that will tell the difference. It is our intuition that will point us in the right direction. And that's where the challenge lies with the Two of Swords. In today's energy, we have the Seven of Wands. So very closed off energy today. Boundaries are up. I don't know if you saw or heard something you didn't like. And as a result, with the Seven of Wands, you're taking a stand. You're calling something out, putting up a boundary, pushing back on something, challenging something. In terms of where things are going to go, we have the Queen of Pentacles. With the Queen of Pentacles, this can be, it can talk about an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That could be significant, whether they're the person that wronged us, or they're the person that's going to help us, or they're the person that gets to decide, or this is what we have to decide about. But as energy, this is our long-term goals, seeing the big picture. It's very nurturing energy. It's an energy of nurturing, abundance, growth, safety, security. So we may be taking a stand and defending things to do with our abundance, things to do with our security, a vision, a goal, an investment that we've made that maybe is being challenged somehow. In the Oracle, we have Three of Air, so that's Three of Swords. So yeah, something's happened. Sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. So this could also be where a setback, a disappointment has happened. And with the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands, this could be where you're withdrawing from the world, and just trying to process it on your own. And this is telling you you don't have to do that. This Queen of Pentacles can be a person or a group of people, someone very supportive, very nurturing, someone who wants to be there for you, to help you through this, okay? Whether that's a shoulder to cry on or a listening ear, or it's actually helping you financially or helping you with any sort of resource you might need to get you through this time of temporary sadness. It's a temporary sadness, okay? So it's up to you how you want to process this. But it might, you know, if people are trying to be there for you, this is just saying, you know, maybe you might want to think about letting them be there for you. Because you don't have to go through this alone, okay? So yeah, I don't know what happened, but it seems to be that, there's been some sort of setback, some sort of disappointment, some sort of fight, argument, hurt, betrayal, that's just got you a bit closed off, okay? And potentially a bit looking at making decisions or contemplating a decision that could be quite radical. And they're also saying, that might not be the best course of action. Like, you don't have to be that radical. You don't have to think in those black and white terms. So maybe if you allowed people to help, if you allowed people's input, if you voiced your feelings and allowed someone to just be a sounding board for you, or whatever the situation is, you could find a middle ground, or you could find a different solution, or you could find a way through this where you're still on track towards your goal. That's the bottom line. You're still on track towards your goal. You might have had a setback, you might have had a disappointment, but this is still a solid investment. It's still a good idea. It's still a good plan. Someone's unfair judgment of you doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean you're not doing a great enough job, okay? That's someone's opinion. That's someone's perspective, or whatever the situation was that kind of let you down, broke your heart. Okay, yeah, it could be a test for some of you, right? With Seven of Wands. How badly do you believe in this goal of yours? How badly do you believe in this investment of yours? How badly do you believe in yourself, right? How far are you willing to go? If a minor setback, and I know it might not feel minor, and I know it might not feel, like it's not that big a deal in the moment, but it's the Two of Swords, it's the Three of Swords, these are low level numbers. This is just a hiccup in the grander scheme of things. That's the Queen of Pentacles, right? That's the advice here. See the big picture. This is just one thing. This is just one element. This is just one aspect. Keep your eye on the big picture, and it will give you the strength to keep going. It will give you the confidence to keep going. It will give you the clarity. It will give you the confirmation that you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. There might be adjustments that are happening. Okay, so I don't know if this was a case of rejection as God's protection. I don't know if this is a case of putting roadblocks on your path. But what that does is, if we see the big picture, we see the path in between the roadblocks, because where the roadblocks are being placed, it creates a way through, okay? But we have to be ready to just take a step back, see the big picture, as opposed to getting lost in the detail that is this one setback, okay? So it's time for a little refocus. It's time for a little regroup. It's time for a little pep talk, because this is the right track for you. This is the right idea. This is the right plan. You are doing all the right things, okay? Something minor needed to be tweaked. Something minor needed to be adjusted. That doesn't mean the whole thing needs to be scrapped, okay? So maybe for some of you, that's what you're contemplating, and that's why this is coming in, to say you don't have to be that radical. This is just one little thing. Let it cool down. You cool down. Take a breath. Clear your head. Then come back to it with fresh eyes. Talk to someone you trust. Listen to the people and what they're telling you, the feedback, the input, right? And then you'll see the way through, okay? You might even see why this had to happen the way it did at this point in time, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you got going on and what this is for you, but I really hope this reading helps if you are dealing with any sort of setback, okay? It's one thing. It's one detail. It's one aspect. And just see the big picture. Your idea is good. Your plan is good. You're doing all the right things. You're on the right track. This could just be your angels, you guys, the universe's way of actually helping you, because maybe you were trying to go down a path that wouldn't have benefited you, but you don't know this at this point in time, so they just put a little block. No, don't go there. Just keep going down that path, but just take the next one over. Take the next left, not this one. Do you see what I mean? So just keep going. Something will come up. Something better will come up. Things will make sense. You'll understand why this happened the way it did. And actually, this is the type of situation where we go, oh, thank God I didn't push it then. Thank God I kept going and followed the direction. Okay? So I really hope this helps. All right, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.